Welcome back everybody to LEGO Lord of the Rings. As you can see, the splash intro screen has changed now that we are on the two towers. Doesn't affect your gameplay at all or anything like that, but it's just a kind of a nice thing to show off. That instead of the lovely bird singing of the Shire, now we have a bit more doom and gloom here. Alright, so first thing new, make sure our subtitles are on, which they are. Awesome. Sometimes it likes to default to no. So as soon as my save file is loaded, we will begin. Alright, so we start out as Sam and Frodo here on their journey. We don't need to backtrack or anything here. That's just bonus stuff. Now up here we have a brand new mapstone, which is pretty neat. So let's unlock our secrets from that. I don't know how to pronounce that, so therefore I'm not going to, because I'm probably going to butcher it. As you can see, we have a new chapter up ahead. But one thing we're going to do, and actually we need to open my map, we are going to travel back to this mapstone right here. Because we only actually visited this place in a cutscene. And actually, did this thing already activate? Or is it just going to say discover now? Okay, good, discovered. Okay, awesome. Because I actually made sure I didn't do this in testing. Which it turned out I never visited it, and I was afraid the game would autosave on it. So, let's warp right back to the one we just got. Alrighty, as you can see, our next chapter entrance is pretty much right here.
Let's face it, Mr. Frodo. We're lost. I don't think Gandalf meant for us to come this way.
He didn't mean for a lot of things to happen, Sam.
What is it, Mr. Frodo?
Nothing. Just a dream.
Alright, and our first actions in this chapter are obviously with Gandalf. This is once again another part of the game where two players will simultaneously play different segments of the chapter, but in one player we're starting off as Gandalf. We're gonna finish this fight. So what we need to do here, if you'll notice there's a little Tetris-y puzzle on the wall here. If you actually complete the puzzle like this, and there's literally Tetris blocks frozen in the snow here that we have to whack free, you actually get a mini kit for it, but you don't need to place the blocks like that to be able to get up. And, well, is it going to make me smash all four of them? I think it is. But you do not need to place all four of them to get up this cliff, so... There we go. See, now it's going to let me move them. Nope, that's not high enough. Okay. Yeah, I wanted this one. It's going to sit that... No, block. Work with me. This is why I do not like using Gandalf. Actually, that will work, so... Because his little Jedi force pulley thing can get kind of annoying to use, and he was not supposed to suicide off the cliff like that. Get on there, and then jump up there. Thank you, Gandalf. That was very nice of you. Let me pick that. I need money, studs, currency, whatever you prefer to call it. Thank you. I gotta say, while I like Gandalf, he's not my favorite character, and at least in story mode, at least, he's got very little use. But at least we have a nice epic fight coming up, so he redeems himself in the game's eyes for me. Beat it up! Thank you! Actually, Actually, you know what? The heck with it, because it's taking way too long. There we go. See, now I wanted this one. It's going to sit that... No, block. Work with me. So now we have to climb the endless stairs. Is that what they're called, or am I mixing that name up with something else? I know it's something similar to that. Forgive me, it's been over a decade since I've actually read the books, and slightly less than that since I've actually watched the movies. So I need to whack that to get the next segment of the stairs down. Pretty simple. Here comes trouble. And you don't even have to jump the gap. He automatically does it for us. That is so nice. Alright, so this is another battle where you play a waiting game of him waiting to do the right actions. He'll do two different things here. He'll either swing the whip at you, which you have to pretty much play a game of jump rope with it. I think it's 5 different attacks he pulls. I'm not sure if it's 100% sure if it's the same amount every time. Do the other thing. He also pulls out his sword as well. But again, it's random. There we go. And he'll strike this into the ground. Now this one you cannot jump straight up because he does it too quickly and you don't have enough distance for it to disappear while you're in midair. So after that happens, lightning is going to strike from the sky in a certain point. You want to walk over to that point and smash your circle button so we can charge it. And if you can see, a Morgul-like block looking on his wings there is what I fired at. So now one of his wings is dark, indicating that obviously he's taken damage. He likes using the whip today, so next time we're actually going to attack the other wing. Once we have... I'm surprised I didn't get hit there because I did not pay attention. I had the sword until the very end. See, now he's bringing this out more. Alright. Teleporting that in and out of hammer space the entire time. Alright, so now the lightning is probably going to appear over here. Okay, I think it appears in the same spot every time. So let's charge this up and fire it right there. Basically all you have to do is just let go of the button. Now he's really mad. Yeah, he's like pulling it in and out of his like kneecap. That's just awkward. You can't hit me, sir. This is a big creature on fire, and he's resorting to attacking me from a distance. But I suppose he's weakened after our battle, you know, considering we stabbed him in the neck several times. That seriously has to hurt. And this one I think appears in the center. Yep. Alright, now we gotta shoot him. Well, come on, control. Pretty much like in the crotch. I know that's in the midsection, but...
Come on, Mr. Frodo.
Alright. So now we finally get the namesake of the chapter of Taming Gollum here. As you can see, he's very hungry for fish. And we need to offer 6 of them up here. And 2 of them are right here at the start. And for the sake of keeping our inventory clean, I'm going to discard the 2 of them right there. This entire level is going to go in a circle, and we need to start by going right. Because going left is a dead end. So we need to collect the remaining 4 fish all at once. Now there's 4 of these giant skeletons here, and if you destroy all 4 of them, you will get a mini kit. So in which case I'm only going to destroy 3 of them because I'm skipping the mini kits, as mentioned previously. Now Frodo, when he walks into a dark area, will automatically light his light will automatically light up, so you don't even need to select it. So that's pretty cool. So we have a fish in here, which we're gonna give to Sam. And now we're gonna go back and use the rope. I just skipped that so I could just use Frodo pretty much right away there. So we need to whack these leaves off the wall and use them to help build a pathway. to this other fish sitting on a cliff up here. Because hobbits cannot jump very high. But neither can you for that matter, so it hardly makes a difference. Now, we don't need to do anything here, because as you can see, there's just a mini kit behind there, and Frodo still has the flashlight, even though it's broad daylight. Well, mostly. It's kind of gloomy and overcast, but still daylight. So let's smash this guy for some more studs that are suspended in midair for some reason, but that is a-okay. So we have another digging spot here. They'll pretty much be using every single one of Frodo's abilities in this level, except for his awesome cooking skills, but while that is not necessary in this chapter, we can still beat things up with a frying pan, so I suppose that will suffice. So we need to push this over, so we have an avenue which to jump over. Oh, I'll also get us 1 gold stat for that. Nah, it was kind of lame. Let's jump up here, break this down, even though I think I'm attacking with the fish right now. Can I cut down the mightiest tree in the forest with this thing? Because that would be pretty darn cool. Now there's a small, well, for lack of a better term, little side quest we need to do here. But let's dig this up first. Now we need to get over to this fish right here, and by which we need to get to the pole, but we need to set a fire so we can actually burn down the weeds up here. But we need firewood with which to do that, so we're just going to drop the firewood. And all the firewood is found right in this section. So just continue beating things up until you do. I know the remaining one is in that other pile over there, but I want some studs. We do not have Gimli in this chapter, sadly, so we cannot break that block. Alright. Sam, you were supposed to throw that onto the fire. There we go. Now use your tinderbox. I swear, he is the single-handedly most useful character in this game, which I find pretty awesome. There's where Gollum snuck off to, in which he runs away. This is not a dark area, by the way, so there's nothing in here. You don't need Frodo to get in there. That's just a little alcove where Gollum has decided to hide. And that is not a dark area as well, just to show you that. So let's break some more stuff with our fish, which I think is pretty darn awesome. Attack with the frying pan right now. I want to attack with a fish. Don't get to do that in many chapters. So, we'll have fun with the frying pan again later. So if we break all this stuff, we're going to reveal a digging spot for Sam to use his awesome spade. Come on. There we go. And we need to... If my stuff would stop running away here. There we go. Now we have a rope post, or whatever the heck you might want to call them. Let's climb up there. And now we have a flower we need to grow. Now we do need to switch to Frodo back here. That's why we grew the flower, so he can get up here. Let's go in the chute. Wiggle our way across, or jump, as I often do. And get this fish in the dark area. And once again, that's just a shadow there. That's not an actual place. Let's break another skeleton. This is the third one, I believe. Frodo? Break it. Use the fish to attack, not the flashlight. That's alright, though. Let's push this over, and the fourth skeleton is right here, which I'm not breaking.
Because we've been here before. We're going in circles.
And indeed we have, but we have all 4 fish we can put in the offering plate here. Sometimes this gets a little fickle and does not want to throw the fish in, like right now. If you stand in just the right spot, he'll automatically pull them out and throw them. Come on. Or sometimes that happens. So this part can be a little fickle here. There we go.
Thieves. They stole it from us. My precious. We want it.
So fish in this chapter, they are used as bait, melee weapons, and projectile weapons, as he will proceed to throw some fish skeletons at us. And as you can see by the icon above his head, he wants the fish. Well, he wants the precious, but he'll settle for fish in the immediate time. So he's gonna come down, and we want to throw Sam's rope at him. And yank him with it. That does not make him very happy, so he's gonna come after us. So let's kick him off. There we go. And now it starts to begin a game of lather, rinse, repeat. But we don't have another fish, and I did not mean to fall in the water there. So we need to make ourselves a fishing pole. So let's switch over to Frodo for a second. Go in this dark area. And beat this up right here. And this is going to get us a rope, which is not quite as cool as Sam's rope. And meanwhile, you just have to keep an eye out for these fish skeletons being thrown at you. Like right there. Sorry, I thought it was going to get hit there, but thankfully I built the post fast enough. There we go. So now we want to take our rope, yank this right down. We're going to switch to Frodo real quick. Because now we have a fancy hook, which we want to combine with our rope. However, we still need a fishing pole, so we need to come right up here and smack this plant. I'm just smacking it for studs for good measure, but let's take that stick down to Frodo. Just toss it right on the ground there. And now we have a fishing rod, and that is actually one of the 3 treasure trove items for this level, which is not skippable considering it is plot enforced. So now, let's fish! And we're somewhat protected from attacks here, so as you can see that bounced right off my head. And this is another opportunity in the game to practice your perfect fishing skills. That stud seriously fell in the water. That was not fair. Let's throw the fish at him. Switch to Sam. This rope spot always appears in the same spot, by the way. Come on, yank him. There we go. Get off me. Right in the chin. That's gotta hurt. So we need to do that once more. Get ourselves a fish in the river. When I actually did this chapter in practice, he actually threw a fish skeleton at Sam and it bounced her right off the head. And I pretty much cracked hysterically laughing. There we go. Not quite the same thing, but there's my studs. Just throw that right at you. Eat my elven rope, you!
This is Sting. You've seen it before, haven't you, Gollum? know the way to Mordor?
Yes.
You will lead us to the Black Gate.
You don't see it, do you?
He's a villain.
Good speaker always helps.
Well, I don't see how that could end badly at all. But with that, our level is complete, and we get our chapter completion trophy. No true adventure for us this time. There's not nearly enough studs at the start, so that's kind of a bummer, but it's a-okay. Skip that. But as you can see, we actually get a treasure for this because it is plot enforced. So we only get one brick this time. That's alright. Alright, so here's where the game actually doesn't become straightforward anymore. See, now we have Gollum with us, and we can switch to him. And he'll come with some abilities as well. Will you switch to... Oh, you can't switch to him yet. Okay, never mind then. That doesn't come till later. But as you can see, he'll follow us around. But now, if you look in the right corner, and here, we can actually switch to the other party. Obviously, due to how the Fellowship broke up, every different party embarks on their different quests to destroy the One Ring, yada yada yada. I'm sure you know the story by now. But since all these events are happening simultaneously, at this point forward, there is no real cohesive narrative to the story where you actually have to go to the chapters in a specific order. I actually can go to the next chapter as Frodo and Sam right now, or I can switch to the other party. Now, there are going to be actual palings in the game where if one group of the party, one party rather, gets too far ahead of the regular group, the game will actually prevent you from progressing, thus forcing you to switch to the other remaining parties to catch up to that point. So I actually can't continue simply as Frodo and Sam and go all the way to the end of the game without switching to other people throughout the game's progress. That was really poorly worded, and I'm very sorry about that. So, if you're looking for a specific chapter at this point, now they're not going to be in the exact same order that you may have done it, or that you may be looking to do it, so you may have to wait a chapter or two before you actually get to what we want. I'm going to continue as Sam and Frodo next chapter, as you can see off in the distance there is the arrow to our next chapter, which is actually one of the most boring chapters in the game, and thus I want to get it over with. So with that, I will thank you all for watching, and I will hope you will join me next time. Whack 'em on the head with a frying pan, Sam. Go ahead.